Throughout history, photography has shaped our understanding of the world. Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential historical pictures is a testament to the power of images to capture moments, evoke emotion, and drive change. These photos are more than snapshots, they are turning points in our human experience. From war and tragedy to triumph and joy, each photograph tells a story that resonates across generations. In this video, we journey through the most iconic images ever taken, exploring their impact and the stories behind them. Let's begin by understanding why these photos matter and how they have shaped our collective memory. Nick Ut's photograph of 9-year-old Phan Thi Kim Phuc running from a napalm attack in Vietnam is a haunting reminder of the horrors of war. The image exposed the raw impact of conflict, showing the suffering of innocent civilians. Ut's actions after taking the photo, pouring water on Kim Phuc and rushing her to the hospital, highlighted the humanity behind the lens. The photo sparked debates about publishing graphic images and became a symbol of the Vietnam War's atrocities. It influenced public opinion and even led to policy changes, marking a pivotal moment in photojournalism. Malcolm Browne's photograph of Thich Quang Duc's self-immolation in Saigon shocked the world. The serene monk enveloped in flames became a symbol of protest against religious persecution in Vietnam. President Kennedy remarked on the photo's emotional power, and it forced people to question U.S. involvement with the Diem regime. Browne's image was pivotal in shaping international opinion and led to significant political consequences, including the U.S. decision not to interfere with a coup. The photo remains a powerful testament to the role of photography in bearing witness to history. Kevin Carter's Pulitzer-winning photo of a starving child stalked by a vulture in Sudan is one of the most wrenching images ever captured. It sparked debates about the responsibilities of photographers and the ethics of intervention. The image brought global attention to famine and suffering, but also haunted Carter, who struggled with the emotional toll. The photo's legacy lies in its ability to provoke questions about morality, empathy, and the role of journalism in documenting human tragedy. The iconic image of 11 men casually eating lunch atop a beam high above Manhattan captures American resilience and ambition during the Great Depression. Though staged for a promotional campaign, the photo became a symbol of New York's daring spirit and the boldness of its workers. It's widely reproduced and has become an emblem of the city's identity, reminding us of the human stories behind monumental achievements. Jeff Widener's photograph of the anonymous tank man, standing before a column of tanks after the Tiananmen Square massacre, is a universal symbol of resistance. The man's identity remains unknown, but his act of defiance captured the world's imagination. Widener's image was broadcast globally, highlighting the courage of individuals against oppressive regimes. The photo continues to inspire and remind us of the power of peaceful protest. Richard Drew's Falling Man photo from 9/11 is a stark portrayal of individual tragedy amid mass disaster. The image, showing a man falling from the World Trade Center, was initially published but later withdrawn due to public backlash. It remains a powerful symbol of the human cost of the attacks and the uncertainty of war. The photo's anonymity and haunting composition make it a lasting reminder of the events of September 11. Heartbreaking image of Alan Kurdi, a Syrian refugee child washed ashore, taken by Nilufer Demir, became the defining photograph of the refugee crisis. The photo circulated rapidly on social media, compelling governments to act in opening borders to refugees. It brought the distant war into sharp focus for Europe and the world, demonstrating how a single image can unlock empathy and drive policy change. William Anders' Earthrise photo from Apollo 8 gave humanity its first full-color view of our planet from space. The image inspired the environmental movement and helped us appreciate the beauty and fragility of Earth. Taken during a turbulent year, the photo offered hope and perspective, reminding us of our shared home in the vast cosmos. It remains one of the most influential images in environmental history. Lieutenant Charles Levy's photograph of the mushroom cloud over Nagasaki captures the devastating power of the atomic bomb. The image shaped American opinion, celebrated the atomic age, and marked the end of World War II. It is a stark reminder of the destructive potential of technology and the consequences of war. The photo's widespread circulation influenced both public sentiment and historical narrative. Alfred Eisenstaedt's photo of a sailor kissing a nurse in Times Square on VJ Day distilled the relief and joy at the end of World War II. The image became the most famous and reproduced picture of the 20th century, symbolizing hope and collective memory. While debated today, it remains a powerful representation of the emotions that marked a historic turning point. The Hubble Space Telescope's Pillars of Creation image revealed the Eagle Nebula in stunning detail. The photograph awed scientists and the public alike, showing vast clouds of interstellar dust and star formation. It inspired wonder and humility, demonstrating how photography can deepen our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Stanley Forman's photo of a woman and child falling from a collapsed fire escape in Boston captured a tragic moment with stark clarity. The image led to tougher safety codes and sparked debates about publishing disturbing photos. It remains a case study in the ethics of photojournalism and the impact of visual evidence on public policy. Neil Armstrong's photograph of Buzz Aldrin standing on the moon is a symbol of human achievement and exploration. The image, with Armstrong reflected in Aldrin's visor, captures the fragility and wonder of space travel. It's a reminder of the risks and rewards of venturing beyond our planet, and it has become an enduring icon of the space age. Don McCullin's photograph of a starving albino child in Biafra highlighted the horrors of war, starvation, and social ostracism. The image influenced public opinion, pressured governments, and led to humanitarian action. It inspired the launch of Doctors Without Borders, showing how photography can drive real-world change and compassion. The image of a terrified Jewish boy surrendering in the Warsaw Ghetto became a symbol of the Holocaust's brutality. Used as evidence in war crimes trials, the photo gave a face to the millions killed and demonstrated the documentary power of photography. It remains one of the most impactful images of the Holocaust, representing innocence lost and the horrors of genocide. H.S. Wong's photo of a crying Chinese baby amid the ruins of Shanghai's South Station brought the horrors of war to a global audience. The image led to international protests and shifted Western sentiment toward involvement in World War II. It demonstrates how a single photograph can sway public opinion and influence diplomatic action. Dorothea Lange's Migrant Mother humanized the cost of the Great Depression. The intimate portrait of Frances Owens Thompson and her children became the most iconic image of the era, prompting government aid and giving a face to a suffering nation. Lange's work showed the power of empathy and the importance of documenting hardship. Sam Shear's photo of the Hindenburg bursting into flames marked the end of the airship era and became a cautionary reminder of human fallibility. The image's immediacy and grandeur made it one of the most famous early air disaster photos, influencing both public perception and technological progress. Alberto Corda's photograph of Che Guevara became the cultural shorthand for rebellion. The image was appropriated worldwide, appearing on protest art and commercial products. It transcended its subject, symbolizing the enduring influence of revolutionary ideals and the power of visual iconography. Philippe Haussmann's Dali Atomicus redefined portrait photography by capturing movement and collaboration. The elaborate scene, inspired by Dali's surrealism, blurred the line between art and photography. Haussmann's approach influenced generations of photographers, emphasizing creativity and interaction with subjects. Joseph Nicéphore Niepce's View from the Window at Le Gras is the first known permanent photograph. The image laid the groundwork for the development of photography, marking a major advancement in visual technology. Niepce's ingenuity and curiosity opened new possibilities for capturing and preserving history. Peter Labing's photo of Hans Conrad Schumann leaping over the Berlin Wall's barbed wire became a symbol of freedom and escape. The image ran on front pages worldwide, lending urgency to the push for a more permanent wall and highlighting the human desire for liberty. Schumann's story, though tragic, underscores the weight of becoming an icon. Wilhelm Röntgen's X-ray image of his wife's hand revolutionized medical diagnosis and treatment. The discovery of X-rays won Röntgen the first Nobel Prize in physics and quickly went into use worldwide. Anna Bertha Röntgen's reaction, "I have seen my death," contrasts with the life-saving impact the technology has had for millions. Joe Rosenthal's photograph of Marines raising the American flag on Iwo Jima became a symbol of unity and victory in World War II. The image was quickly embraced, made into a postage stamp, and cast as a memorial. It exemplifies the turbulence of war and the power of visual symbols in shaping national identity. David Jackson's photo of Emmett Till's open-casket funeral forced the world to confront the brutality of American racism. Till's mother insisted on exposing the crime, and the image became a catalyst for the civil rights movement. It's a stark reminder of the power of visual evidence in driving social change. Louis Hines' photo of Sadie Pfeiffer, a young cotton mill worker, exposed the horrors of child labor. Hines' investigative photography led to regulatory legislation and cut the number of child laborers nearly in half. His images demonstrate the power of documentary photography in advocating for social reform. Heinrich Hoffmann's photo of Hitler at the Buckeberg Harvest Festival exemplifies the power of propaganda. Hoffman's expertly rendered images fed the Nazi regime's machine, rallying a nation eager to reclaim its sense of self. The photo is a testament to photography's ability to move nations and influence history. Margaret Bourke-White's photo of Gandhi with his spinning wheel became an indelible image of the slain civil disobedience crusader. The photo solidified Gandhi's perception as a saintly man of peace and helped shape global understanding of his campaign for independence. It's a powerful example of symbolism in photography. Lennart Nilsson's photo essay Drama of Life Before Birth revealed the developing fetus in unprecedented detail. The images raised questions about when life begins and were appropriated by activists for various causes. Nilsson's work endures for its clear, detailed view of human life at its earliest stages. Robert Capa's photos from Omaha Beach during D-Day gave the public an American soldier's view of war. The grainy, blurry images convey the frenetic feel of action and have come to define our collective memory of the epic clash. Capa's work set a new standard for war photography and immersive storytelling. Harry Benson's photo of the Beatles' pillow fight captures the exuberance and optimism of Beatlemania. The image freezes a moment of unbridled innocence, lifting America's morale after JFK's assassination. Benson's work shows how photography can capture joy and cultural shifts. Rhys Frere's photograph of David Kirby on his deathbed humanized AIDS at a time when the disease was misunderstood and hidden. The image raised critical awareness and helped change public perception. It's a poignant example of how photography can drive compassion and policy. Philippe Kahn's invention of the cell phone camera forever altered how we communicate and experience the world. The first cell phone picture, sent in real time, laid the groundwork for smartphones and photo-sharing apps. Kahn's innovation transformed photography into an everyday, global activity. Yevgeny Khaldy's photo of Soviet soldiers raising the flag over the Reichstag became an instant propaganda icon. The image dramatized victory and patriotism, marking the end of World War II in Europe. Khaldy's work blends reality and artifice, showing how photography can serve both historical and political purposes. Donna Ferrato's photo of domestic violence brought the issue out of the shadows and into public consciousness. Her work chronicled intimate partner violence and helped policymakers confront the problem. Ferrato's images contributed to the passage of the Violence Against Women Act, demonstrating the power of bearing witness. James Natchwe's haunting images of famine in Somalia moved the world and led to the Red Cross's largest operation since WWII. His photo of a woman waiting in a wheelbarrow for food highlighted the severity of the crisis and demonstrated how photography can mobilize humanitarian aid. Neil Lafer's photo of Muhammad Ali towering over Sonny Liston captures the strength and poetic brashness of the champion. The perfectly composed image became the greatest sports photo of the century, blending sports, politics, and popular culture in a single moment. Pete Souza's photo of President Obama and his team watching the raid on Osama bin Laden captures the tension and anticipation of a historic moment. The image became the only public record of the event, symbolizing leadership and the collective experience of witnessing history unfold. Malik Sidibé's photo of a young couple dancing in Bamako captures the euphoric zeitgeist of post-colonial Mali. The image documents cultural change and the freedom of youth, showing how photography can chronicle both subtle and profound societal shifts. Eddie Adams' photo of a summary execution during the Tet Offensive symbolized the brutality of the Vietnam War. The image galvanized sentiment about the futility of the conflict and ushered in a more intimate level of war photojournalism. Adams' work demonstrates the power of still photographs to influence public opinion. John Domini's photo of Tommy Smith and John Carlos raising black-gloved fists at the Olympics became an emblem of protest and equality. The image challenged the illusion of global unity and highlighted the ongoing struggle for civil rights. It remains an iconic symbol of activism and social change. Sam Nzima's photo of Hector Pietersen during the Soweto uprising forced the world to confront apartheid. The image showed the brutality of the South African regime and planted the seeds of international opposition. Nzima's work highlights the role of photography in exposing injustice and inspiring change. Edward Muybridge's The Horse in Motion answered the question of whether a horse becomes fully airborne while galloping. The stop-motion technique paved the way for the motion picture industry and demonstrated photography's ability to capture truth through technology. Matthew Brady's portrait of Abraham Lincoln helped propel him to the presidency. The image dispelled rumors about Lincoln's appearance and presented him as a calm contender. Brady's work is the most powerful early instance of a photo used as campaign propaganda, showing the importance of image in politics.